Welcome to the Intelligent Donkey.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! I'm here with the Dafter, Luna Rosa.
That's me.
And we're going to be listening to the bronze medal winner of our Kansas countdown of albums. This is number 3. It's better than being a dumb one. All right, we're recording this on Saturday instead of Sunday because our dear Dafter here is going to be undergoing Under the Knife. Mm-hmm. That's actually a song by Kansas we should have listened to.
Oh, yeah, we should have.
There's a song called Under the Knife from their Freaks of Nature album that we listened to already.
Yep.
A part of, anyway.
So you might not see me for a little while, but you might also see me for a little while. I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes.
We'll see how this goes. By the time you actually see this on Music Monday, she will probably already be undergoing surgery. She's having the same procedure that my wife, that you know as Nana from Nana's Shenanigans, had at the age of 38, and she's having it instead at almost 41. So.
Well, there we go.
But it's the exact same thing.
There we go.
So. Figures that she inherited this fun.
That's how genetics works.
That's how genetics work. Okay, now back off of the personal stuff and back onto Kansas here.
Yay!
We have gone through a tremendous number of. Let me go to the Windows only screen here. Actually, yeah, there we go. We'll go to the full screen view of our Kansas solo albums here. We have gone all through number 16 through number 4, and the last one being 1975's Song for America. The next one, the bronze medalist, if you will. Wheatheads already have a pretty good idea, I think, of what all three of them are, but they for sure know what this one is. It's the second one from the same year.
Oh, interesting.
1975's Masque.
Interesting.
Okay. In chronological order, Song for America, in fact, came first and Masque came later.
Interesting.
I purchased Masque as part of a 2-album purchase. That was my first Kansas album purchase. I went to a store called Music Land. Here's a nostalgia buff for all y'all. This is near the beginning of my senior year in high school in the late fall of 1976.
Okay.
I went to Music Land to purchase a copy of Left Overture, and actually didn't really quite know exactly what the album was that contained the song Carry On Wayward Son, but I just intended to go in there and get the whole album.
All right.
But I got there and I was browsing through the records, and there I found Left Overture right away because it was a featured thing, with Carry On Wayward Son being a current hit.
Okay.
At that time. But I also found only one other at the time Kansas album, and that was Masque.
Okay.
Now, when I got home, I played Left Overture first and then Masque second. And put it this way, they almost sound like two different bands despite being consecutive albums. Masque is their third album, Left Overture is their fourth.
Huh. And they're only they're only about 1 year apart. Oh wow!
But there's some things obviously that do make it a distinctive Kansas sound. You still hear some differences between this and the one we most recently did, Song for America.
Song for America.
But it's only, despite them only being 7 months apart.
Aha! Interesting. All right.
So they were very close together. Don Kirchner, of Kirchner Records, which was their record label, was pressuring the band Kansas to come up with a hit single because their first 3 albums didn't produce one. They made an attempt, I think, with each album. I don't remember if there was one on their first album how high that went. But for instance, the edited down version of the title track to Song for America did not chart. It didn't make the top 40 anyway. I think it rose to as high as like 120 something or whatever. It just didn't go anywhere. And I think part of that was just because the song itself was edited down from its brilliant 10-minute thing that we listened to last time all the way down to 3.5.
Yeah. But I mean, I can see why they did that too, because
why they at least attempted it, but it just kind of butchered the song, and there really weren't very many other good choices. So in response to that, on Masque, they actually had 3 songs that were, call it eligible to be singles, and they released exactly one. It didn't chart either. It's the first song on the album.
Oh no!
I heard it in concert at the very first concert of Kansas that I went to, which was on their Leftoverture tour. But I didn't hear it on any subsequent ones, and it's not on their live album at all either. So it's kind of like they kind of discarded the singles. And by eligible, I just mean that it's like a shorter song. It doesn't really need any editing to be able to appear on radio in the top 40.
Right, so you don't, and you're not losing anything from the original song.
Yeah, you're not losing anything there.
Okay.
They're still great songs, though. But Masque also contains probably the most diverse list of different styles of Kansas on any one album that you're ever going to hear.
Cool.
You'll hear everything from pop hits all the way up to not just 1, but 2, but 3 prog epics.
Okay.
On one album here.
All right. Well.
And a couple of hard rockers that put everything on their first 2 albums to shame.
All right.
So here we go. We're going to fire up Masque. And
they don't have their fancy schmancy.
Oh yes, let me bring up the screen here.
There it is.
There we go. Yeah, you'll see that album artwork throughout here now. No, they don't have the feather logo for one thing.
That's what it was.
The reasons why I don't, why they didn't do that, I'm not sure about. A painting where it's depicting a Native American, but it's the entire face and shoulders is done with marine life.
I can see that. That's gonna be. I'm gonna be like definitely searching that through listening to this.
Figure it out here. All right. So the first song of the album is just 3 minutes in length, and it's called "It Takes a Woman's Love to Make a Man."
Okay,
so
this sounds familiar.
Start it.
Okay, we have done a couple mystery music.
Yeah.
That of Kansas. This wasn't on that, was it?
Nope.
Okay, because it sounds.
We have not reacted to anything on this album in any form, except we heard an excerpt from one of the songs when we reacted to a song on a different album.
Okay. All right. Let's get into it.
Love me through this lonely night. Oh, I remember how her love can be. I can't forget the way she looks at me. She tell me and she took my hand. It takes a woman's love to make a man. We're hearing they're trying to sell the sun.
That's a different singer, right? Oh, it just got lower there.
Day or night is driving me
tell like this is trying to make it onto the airways. Like this is the poppy more. I don't hear a lot of the violin, or is that just not because I'm hearing the synthesizer so much more?
I mean, there's a little bit of violin in there, but it's certainly not prominent.
Okay, all right.
Let's back it up 5 seconds, and we'll hear the whole guitar solo.
What kind of horn is that, or is
that's
that
a sax?
That's a saxophone.
They brought in a guest.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
I could look it up somewhere, but yeah, they brought in a guest saxophonist. For
that. Yeah, this sounds very like
top 40 pop.
Yeah, like almost disco. Like at 75, there we're getting to the start of it, kind of like the funky.
Right, although
it's got that funky.
Yeah, the beat is wrong for disco, but
exactly. It's trying, but it's also trying to also stay Kansas at the same time, which is not disco.
Exactly.
That fade out that they used to do in songs.
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
The first song was written solely by Steve Walsh. This one was co-written by Steve Walsh and Kerry Livgren.
Okay. All right, and it's the same amount of time, isn't it?
It's exact same length, 3 minutes and 8 seconds as the first song. It's called 2 Cents Worth.
This is their next pitch to try to...
Yeah, they never actually released it as a single, though. Once It Takes a Woman's Love to Make a Man failed, they just didn't bother.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's just got the soul, the funk, the like.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. What else are you going to do when you got 2 keyboard players?
Right?
I always hear that Hammond organ come back. I love it.
You might think that I'm wrong, the things I say. In 25
And the
years,
vocals.
I've used all the tears in my eyes.
Nice. Okay.
The first time I listened to this next song, that's the first time I listened to Dust in the Wind and on Point of No Return 2 years later, was a jaw dropper, put it that way.
Okay.
A real jaw dropper. And this is the one that you actually heard a piece of before.
Okay, so now
Because
this is
we listened to Icarus 2 on the album Somewhere to Elsewhere.
Oh yes, this is Icarus 1.
Yeah.
So, is this part of the reason why this is number 3?
That's a big part.
Okay.
It's not the only part, but it is one of 3, like I said, prog epics on this album, and 2 of them are on side 1.
Ooh, dang.
We're still on side 1 of the original vinyl here.
Well, I'd hope so with those 2 short little songs.
Yeah, two short little songs here. But yes, Icarus, Borne on Wings of Steel, this is written by Kerry Livgren.
Okay.
That violin. Separation.
Yep. Like them.
Yeah.
Soaring on the wings of dawn. Here I'll live and die with my wings in the sky. And I won't come down no more.
Steve Walsh and Robbie Steinhardt singing together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this sounds more like regular Kansas. Like, this is closer. It's a wonder. I mean, obviously, it's because of the producers and the execs who were like really forcing it. But if they had put this out, they might have made a number 1.
Yeah, except that putting out a 7-minute long song.
I mean, but other groups were doing it at the time.
Well, true.
So
as a single, yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean, there was a few that got away with it. You might say. But.
Right, but I think if Kansas would have not followed their execs and just put out the art, people would have responded to the art instead of trying to put out the meh that might get pop. Like, no, like this, people respond to art. So
mind you, the album sold fairly well. I mean, it wasn't.
Well, yeah,
it didn't
because people respond to the art.
Yeah, people. I mean, we're not talking about a bestseller like it went gold or anything like that, but it did. Do well, reasonably well. It was the bestseller of the first 3, and but none of the first 3 went gold or platinum or beyond until after the 4th one came out, Leftovers.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden people went back in, kind of like I did, actually, to tell you the truth. I had never heard of Kansas before Carry On Wayward Son.
Yeah. I mean, that was their breakout hit, really.
Late 76, early 77 was me catching up.
Right.
With all of it.
But yeah, they could have maybe, if they just, from the get-go, just were like, you know what, let's just put out what we love.
Higher than the birds I'm flying. Crimson skies and ice and fire. Born on wings of steel, I have so much to feel. And I won't come down no more. Sail on, sail on.
I'm going to stop it right there just for a second to bring up the fact that Icarus, the Icarus legend, is a from Greek mythology, actually. Right. Icarus, his wings were not made of steel.
No, they were made of wax, right?
They were made out of wax, exactly, yep. He flew too close to the sun, the wax melted, blah, 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 blah.
Yep, exactly.
But this is all transformed into being wings of steel, so it's like an airplane instead.
Aha, okay.
And, of course, remember the cover art on Somewhere to Elsewhere showed a wheat field. Hello, wheatheads. And what's in the foreground on the right-hand side? An airplane.
Aha, there we go.
Great separation. Listen to this on headphones. The violin's going in the middle. Yep.
Searching for the rainbow's end. Earth so far below me, I'm here alone, and I won't come down no more. Sail on, sail on. I will rise each day to meet the dawn. So high, I climb the mountains of the sky. Without my wings, you know I'd surely die. I found my freedom flying high. I climb the mountains of the sky.
See, like, I feel like... Let it fade out the rest of the way. I mean, like, to get it on the radio, like you said, it would have been hard to get a 7-minute long song. I feel like that song, there were places that could have been cut out for radio and then put on the album. Like, some of the solos, but, like... The lyrics and stuff, I really feel like they could have had a hit.
They
if
could
would
have,
put it
yeah.
on the radio. Just
But,
chopped a little bit.
Yeah, what's done is done, though.
Right. I mean, this was, what, 50 years ago?
Yes, it was. 51 now.
Exactly.
Getting close to 51 years.
Yep. Oh, man.
All right, the next one is called All the World. It's written by Steve Walsh and Robbie Steinhardt, one of his relatively few songwriting contributions to Kansas. And it's over 7 minutes long. Of course.
Get that violin in there.
All the world's forgiven, the changes all around, and people everywhere have seen the light in what they've found. It's a happy place in the human race when all our lives are lived forgiven.
See, that sounds more like their newer stuff, like from the 2000s.
Sure.
A lot like that.
Sure. Like I said, different styles.
Yep.
All the world's for living when love is what you find. Despair and loneliness, you've got to leave them far behind. Tell the clouds to go, let the feeling show. It's great when your life is full of living. Everyone's aware, they know to change the world.
Robbie's singing now.
And people all should know, should have happened long ago. Or could it be that I just now found out? Life is meant to share, and it means the same thing everywhere. Living every day, helping people on their way. 'Cause sometimes life gives everyone some doubt.
Is that 2 synthesizers?
Yep.
Oh. Nice. I like that.
This was magnificent.
Oh, I believe it. That's good.
Can I have
Yeah, this is a good album song. A good song to have in your album, a good song for the concerts and stuff. This would not have been one that they would want to put out on the radio, but you know, it makes a very good album song.
Yes, indeed.
time? Is it right what I feel? At times I doubt what I normally know is real. But right now I don't know what to do. And it's all because of you. I could tell you if I knew that you'd believe. It's light and elusive as life sometimes is. Right or wrong as we both know we all can be. I could never have denied that I need you by my side. 'Cause without you life don't seem that much to me. I can see an old man cry. It's his time to die. And love no longer gives him any breaks. He hasn't got a home, nor the car his own. Still he does that one. It is more than he can take till the time is so unkind. An empty future plays in your mind when the darkness cries out to you. Can you escape it? What can you do? Oh, what can you do?
So these chord progressions.
All the world's forgetting the hate that filled our hearts, the times of selfish reasoning that keeps us all apart. This world was meant to share. Let 'em know you care by making someone's life worth living. All the world's
I
believing
was like, wait.
that this feeling's
Classic
got
fall
to
stump.
stay.
Yep.
Till all the world is living, till all the world is giving, till all the world is loving every day.
Very nice. I was looking at the artwork here.
Yeah.
It is not just sea creatures. At first I was like, well, there's a seal and there's a turtle and a snake. So but then there's this, I thought it was a walrus because it has tusks, but it's
Oh.
not. It's some sort of like bear or like
Yeah, I mean,
like maybe like a not a dinosaur, but like from older times, like that. It looks like an
Yes.
extinct creature of some sort. So I thought that was interesting. Oh, is that a bat? It's a bat, right there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah, it's not just fish. Okay, interesting.
that's the end of side one
Ooh, okay.
on the vinyl. The next song, which I believe, let me just double check here. I believe the next one was written by Carrie Livgren again. Yes.
Yay.
Is the album's what I'd call maybe hard rocker.
Ooh.
So a little
All
different. And it's one that, when you consider the songs that would be eligible for being a single,
Yep.
kind of consider too the amount of time that'll fit on a 45 RPM single, which is limited. I mean, theoretically, you can do up to 8 minutes, but
Right.
but realistically, pushing it past 5 is very difficult. Takes very sophisticated equipment.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why all your pop songs are 3 and 4 minutes long.
Right. They,
But,
well, like I said, I think they could have cut out like 2 minutes in that other song.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that and-
Child of Innocence is what this one's called. It's 4 minutes and 36 seconds on this version of it anyway. There's a demo version that they added as a bonus track in later editions of this album.
Yeah.
That's slower than this, and so it actually takes longer, but it's actually the same song. It's just, since it was done at a slower tempo,
Yep.
it's stretched out beyond 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Interesting.
This is Child of Innocence.
Ooh, and it's harder rock.
child of innocence, living in the present tense. Father Time will take his toll.
That sweet
That's Robbie.
child of innocence almost sounded like Ozzy.
Nope, that's not Ozzy, it's Robbie.
Your body and steal your soul. What became of all
And Steve Walsh comes in here.
Are you drowning in your tears? Who will catch you when you fall? Who will hear you when you call? I will comfort you, take your hand and see you through. I will take you through the door. Who do you think you are? Try to live forever and you won't get far. I wait behind your door. It makes no difference if you're rich or poor. Though you're weary and afraid, still you try to flee my blade. Come and walk in my new land. If you'll only take my hand, I will comfort you, take your hand and see you through. I will take you through the door. In the image of those who have walked before me here, I am cast in the web of an ancient spell. I'm holding on to life, I'm drifting in a stream. Everything's much clearer now. We live within a dream and never wait. Judge not by what you see, more than you can count it here with me. Give up your foolish pride, all that walk the earth has died. What became of all the years? Are you drowning in your tears? Who will catch you when you fall? Who will hear you when you call? I will comfort you, take your hand and see you through. I will take you through the door. I will comfort you, take your hand and see you through. I will take you through the door.
The fade.
I'm going to deduce that the next song on the album, just a deduction because I haven't actually seen this for sure. Well, first of all, the one thing I can tell you for certain is that's the shortest song on the album at 2 minutes and 31 seconds.
Yes.
Written and sung by Steve Walsh, so obviously it was kind of intended as a hit single. But here's the thing too, I can also believe that this was the first song written for the album, for the simple reason that there's a demo that you can find online of this song, just like with Child of Innocence.
Right.
That was recorded as not part of the sessions for the recording of the album Masque.
Okay.
So in a different studio and everything.
Interesting.
So that usually happens when they just intend to release a single. And then later decide, oh yeah, we'll put it on the album instead, or something like that. But
right. All right.
On with It's You.
Ooh. Okay. The short little blurb. Interesting sound for sure.
Yeah.
Before it starts there. This does sound like they were trying. This is one of the songs that they were trying to get a #1 hit out of. They should have released this one first before the first song of the album.
Yeah, before It Takes a Woman's Love to Make a Man.
Yeah, because this sounds more like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the violin especially.
Exactly. Then yeah.
Yeah.
This is a fun title.
Mysteries and Mayhem. Now,
yes.
These last two songs here, Mysteries and Mayhem, and then The Pinnacle, they kind of run into each other.
Oh, okay.
Mysteries and Mayhem was written by Kerry Livgren and Steve Walsh together, and then Kerry Livgren alone wrote The Pinnacle.
Okay.
And The Pinnacle is the longest song in the album, 9 minutes and 44 seconds.
It's their grand finale.
It's their grand finale. Mm-hmm. And in fact, the first Kansas concert I went to in March of 1977, they were on their Leftoverture tour, but that was their showstopper before they came back for encores and so forth. But they closed the show, the first part of the show then, with Mysteries and Mayhem and The Pinnacle.
Okay.
So they were still flying high from these two songs right here. One of them could be qualified as like another hard rocker. Uh-huh. And the other is, well, you'll hear it when you see it when we get to it here. The epic finale.
Yep.
Prague epic of the album.
Alrighty, let's do this.
oftentimes without leading into the Pinnacle.
Okay.
In concert, they slow this part down, and they have no break actually.
Okay.
But then it goes into it's in the same key.
Another Pinnacle.
A Pinnacle. And this really is a Pinnacle. Much as I love Icarus, Borne, and Wings of Steel, this is the time.
That's cute.
Captain Thunder. Long intro.
That's good. Showing off all their stuff.
Oh yeah. That's what makes this one great.
I love that.
Yes.
I have so much to say,
Steve Walsh on vocals
Okay.
at first.
Yeah.
yet I cannot speak. Come and do my bidding now, for I have grown too weak. My weary eyes have seen all that life can give. Come to me, oh young one, for you I can forgive. I stood where no man goes, and conquered demon foes. With glory and passion, no longer in fashion, the hero breaks his blade, cast the shadow long, that I may hide my face. And in this cloak of darkness, the world I will embrace. In all that I endure, of one thing I am sure, knowledge and reason change like the season, a jester's promenade. Lying at my feet, I see the offering you bring. The marble pain is on our faces, the born suffering. Oh, I long to hear you say it's not been long. I stand
That's a Hammond organ.
I believe it.
I know how to make that sound on there. And that too. You can sound like a pipe organ almost.
It almost sounds like, oh gosh, okay, just a little bit how it kind of gets, not silly, it kind of gets a little silly, but like, what is that called? Not Bach, the other guy who does the funny Bach
Oh,
stuff.
PDQ Bach?
Yes. Like how it's just like, just, here's a little random spit, here's a little random thing, here's a little random thing. Here's
Yes.
a ding noise, you know? Like.
But yeah, every you got two synthesizers going at once. Carrie is also playing the lead guitar parts as well as one of the keyboards. Well, actually, he plays the piano on here while Steve Walsh does the organ.
Oh my gosh.
And they both switch around with synthesizers, both of them, from time to time in the song.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's just, I love it. So it's like, let's just throw this in here, let's just throw that in there.
Just amazing musicianship, though. Mm-hmm. And the song is not quite done yet.
Exactly. Still got some.
2/3 done.
Right?
Trapped in life's parade, a king without a crown. In this joy of madness, my smile might seem a frown. With talons wrought of steel, I tore the heart of doom.
The strings go with the synthesizer.
And in one gleaming moment, I saw beyond the tomb. I stood where no man goes, above the dead I rose. Life is amusing, though we are losing, drowned in tears of awe.
Full stop. There we go.
I'm going to back it up. At the concert, when they started this last section here, as the guitar came in, a curtain slowly, and I mean slowly, began to close in on the band until it was completely closed like that.
Nice. not a true fade out. Like
not a complete fade out. They do end it, actually.
Nice. All right, there it is, the number 3 album.
The number 3 album. Now, of course, even non-wheat heads have now figured out what the number 1 and 2 albums are, even though you do not yet know the order. I'm not going to reveal it yet either, not in the conventional way. We do know that chronologically the next 2 albums are the top 2. Left Overture is their 4th album, and Point of No Return is their 5th album.
Okay.
And they are 1 and 2, but we don't know which one is number 1. And in my previous rankings, I have, in fact, on a couple of them, switch them around from the order in which we're going to give them to you here.
Ooh.
But here's what else. I'm not going to simply, on our next reaction here, do a full album reaction to whichever one is number 2, because you'll know what number 1 is immediately before we have a chance to even record our reaction to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the songs on each of the 2 albums, and we're going to I'm going to give you a ranked review and reaction to those songs. Now, I think the only maybe 2 or 3 songs on the bottom of the list there we're not going to necessarily listen to.
Okay.
Not because they're bad songs, because, quite frankly, even that one that's on the very bottom of the list is a better song than any of the 3 hit singles from this one.
Okay.
But we're going to listen to the songs and rank them as a way of showing you, once we get all the way up to the number 1 song anyway, which album then therefore is therefore the number 1 album and which one is number 2, and we'll reveal that at basically the same time. And I'll give you just 2 clues, clue spoilers, or spoiler clues.
Spoiler clues?
As to where those songs all fall.
Okay.
I'll reveal right now, without any reservation whatsoever, the number 1 song on the list is Dust in the Wind.
Of course.
Off of Point of No Return.
Now, but the thing is like, if we listen to Dust in the Wind and Carry On Wayward, that's not technically a reaction because I have heard those 2 songs.
Right, and that's why those are the 2 songs that we're not going to actually listen to, for sure anyway, as part of the list. Carry On Wayward Son is actually somewhere in the middle.
Yep, I figured.
As much as I love the song, as well as the song did, it was their 2nd highest charting single. Guess which one was their highest?
Dust in the Wind.
Dust in the Wind.
Obviously.
But I noted the fact when I did an earlier review of this that Carry On Wayward Son is not the best song on Left Overture. It is the 5th best song on Left Overture.
Okay, good to
cow.
know. Interesting.
So those are the 2 spoilers I'm going to give you about it. There are better songs on Left Overture than Carry On. Dust in the Wind tops not only Point of No Return, but tops the whole list. So that reveals what? That reveals, well, where do the rest of the songs all fall, and therefore how do we justify the eventual positions of both the number 2 and number 1 albums in our countdown that has now been going on for 13 months.
What? Dang, Gina.
We started this 13 months ago at the end of December. It was the last reaction we did of 2024.
Okay.
That we did when we started these reactions.
That's
started
awesome.
this list. So yeah, you said a lot along the way about the individual songs on the album Masque. Clearly to me, I don't know about you, but clearly to me, the whole album tops Song for America.
Yeah, I thought so too. Like they had a lot of these songs really sounded like them. I wish that they hadn't have had those 3 that were kind of like, trying.
They're trying too hard to be.
But yeah. They had, and that the last song, I just love the little spurts of little interesting instrumental things in the Pinnacle.
Yep. Oh, one more thing, and this is kind of I'm going to mention it probably again when we review some songs from Left Overture. But I read way later after I obtained both of these albums, because there's nothing about this in the liner notes for Left Overture. But the Pinnacle is the prequel to Carry On Wayward Son.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Of course, if you listen to all their songs chronologically, it is the very next song is Carry On Wayward Son.
Yep, that makes sense.
First song on their fourth album, right after the last song on their third.
Nice.
But yeah, the Pinnacle, lyrically, thematically, I guess, is the lead-in, the lead-up to Carry On Wayward Son.
All right.
There's other stories I'm going to tell about the Left Overture and Point of No Return albums, how they were produced, how I first encountered them. You know part of the Left Overture thing already because I bought that album at the same time as Masque. But
okay.
But that's how I discovered Kansas. That's how, in the late fall of '76, all of my previous favorite bands, Bachman Turner Overdrive, Edgar Winter, which we've reacted to, and we've got some reactions to him coming up in the near future as well.
Yay.
And all the other, Chicago, for instance, all the bands that I counted as my favorites or among my favorites bands got blown away by Kansas, and then very shortly afterwards by Rush.
Yep.
I mean, right there in January of '77, the first time I encountered Rush, they topped Kansas, and the two have still been my number 1 and 2
favorite groups.
Favorite groups since January of 1977. So how many years is that? 49.
Nice.
49 years worth of this.
Of good
50
music.
if you count my first encounter with Kansas.
Right.
Of course, that was in the fall of '76, not January of '76.
Oh man.
But like I said, I saw Kansas 3 times in concert in consecutive years, '77, '78, and '79. On their Left Overture, Point of No Return, and Monolith tours, respectively. It's hard to pick which one of the 3 was their best concert, because there were parts of each that were outstanding, that would make it top the list, even. But, yeah.
It's hard, yeah.
It's hard.
That's one of those things that you'll have to rank one of these days, right?
Yeah, one of these days. And like I said, we might do some of those individual songs as live versions. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Why? Yeah, I'll have to decide. Because the studio version of the song I'm thinking of is outstanding. So, so even though the live version is also extremely good and is used as a showstopper, was used as a showstopper after they stopped doing the Pinnacle as a showstopper. Yeah, we'll see what we come up with here, if we do the studio version or the live version of it on 2 for the show.
Okay, sounds
We'll
good.
see what happens. All right, if you liked this, well, first of all, comment below. We do, whether you liked it or not,
Yep.
I would like to hear from you, especially would like to hear from Weedheads about all this. So if you liked this, please do click on the like button. It's good for the algorithm. If you want to share this with your friends on social media, please do that, because that is even more powerful.
Yes.
As far as improving the algorithm on these videos. Share, and if you haven't subscribed already, click the subscribe button. That way you don't miss any of our concerts. There'll be a link to the playlist so you can listen to all of the ranked lists so far, all the way up to this bronze medal winner. Bronze medal winner of Kansas here. And so we're going to move on to the silver and gold stuff.
Woohoo!
The songs from the silver and gold albums coming up here. And I should say that gold album was more than gold, a platinum album. But
All right.
all right, don't be a donkey of limited intelligence. Instead,
Be an intelligent donkey.
have a good one, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Bye.